Testing 1 2 3. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I haven't done a stream in a while, so I'm kind of going off of my old stream settings. See if I can get some background music going as well. That way you guys aren't just sitting there listening to nothingness. What to listen to for royalty-free music? That's the question. I don't really have much for it. Any suggestions? We're not going to do Nintendo music because then I'll get pee slapped. I am doing alright. A little annoyed because I got back from my trip down to Fort Benning and I come back and my main PC monitor decides that it doesn't want to work anymore. So that's a little annoying. Luckily I have my backup monitor, which is not very good, but you know what, it does the job. It does the job. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take this to a repair shop and see if it can get fixed, but I'm probably just gonna buy a new one anyways. That way I make sure that I get one that's functional. Ugh, Disco Panzer. Gonna be real with you, not a big fan of that song. I don't know. Just not my style, I guess. Can't hear me. Have you tried cleaning your ears? Hmm. I had a bunch. I used to use what the heck is it, Monster Cat Gold or whatever they called that for streams, but I didn't keep paying for it because I didn't really use it for any of my videos. It was just a lot of money that I was spending for something that I don't really use. Songs. What do I have in here? Ark Survival Evolved main theme. Yeah, we'll just listen to that. That'll work. Yeah, that was kind of the issue I had with it. It's like Monster Cat, it had there was some good music on there, but it was like you had to search for so long to find the stuff that was actually decent to listen to, and it was just like, it was just not worth it. Especially like it was worth it when it was like $7 a month or whatever it was, but then they upped it to like, I think it was like $12 or something, and it's just like, yeah, no, I'm not going to I'm not going to do that. That's way too much money for this. Hang on. Oh, all right. Before I forget, so the kit that we'll be building in a couple minutes once I get everything set up, and feel free to ask any questions while we're doing this, and I'll try to get to them. But the kit that was sent to me for free, this is not sponsored or anything like that, but it was sent to me by Panzer Brick Labs, who is he's just a small little company who does Lego models. You can check him out in the description and his Instagram. And yeah, very very nice of him to send me this model completely free. He's a fan of the channel, so I appreciate it, and I figured, you know, it's only fair that I give him a little bit of publicity for being kind enough to send me the model. And hopefully we can potentially do stuff like this in the future if he feels it is worth doing, because obviously it's not cheap to do these kits and to send one for free. So I appreciate it. What the heck was I looking for on my desktop? I completely forgot now. Oh, that's right. I remember. There she is. Yeah, I sorry for taking a little bit of extra time to set this up. I was not, I was running a bit behind today, so it took me a little bit longer than I wanted to get this rolling, and I didn't want to keep you guys waiting any longer. Okay, here we go. Now we go to saved, and I have a stream playlist somewhere in here. Speed builds. All right, yeah, sure. We'll run with this. This will at least keep us going for a little bit here. Okay, I think I need to plug in my headphones so you guys can hear this. As I said, my PC monitor decided to just up and die on me, so I'm a little frazzled because everything was wired through that, so it kind of screwed up all my settings. But we The world goes on. We must continue our work. Okay, play. This volume isn't like insanely high. Where the heck is the volume slide? There it is. Ooh, that's probably really loud. Okay. There we go. Let me know if the music, you can even hear it. Let's see. Can you hear it? Nope, I don't think you can. Properties. Speakers. There we go. Hear the music. Yes, you can. Let me know if it's too loud and I can adjust it. Okay. We should be all good now. Let me pop out chat, answer some questions, and then we'll get into doing the build. Pop out chat. There we go. Zam, 120 of you? Wild. A bit less? Alright, I'll turn it down a little bit. There we go. That should be all set now, hopefully. Let me just full screen the chat, and I'll switch to live chat so I don't miss anybody's messages. Okay, let's scroll back through and see if I find any questions. What country do I main in War Thunder? I don't really main any countries in War Thunder. I kind of just play them all. Although I don't really play, I don't play some of the smaller nations. Like, I don't play Italy all that often. I haven't really ground through Israel yet. I probably will at some point. It's just that that initial grind is very boring because you're basically stuck with just one vehicle. Yeah, that's pretty much. I pretty much play all the other nations. Oh, I don't really play Sweden because I'm also kind of bogged down in like the 7-3 where it just very boring. Do I have pets? Yes, I have 2 white tree frogs. They've actually shown up on one of my videos before. If you go back and watch the which one is it? Matilda Frog video. You'll see them in it, I believe. Either that or one of my other videos. They're in one of them, I know that much. Because you can watch one of them just take a fat dump while I'm filming. What's my favorite 250 BCE Roman tank? I don't think they had any of them. Although I guess you could consider chariots you could consider chariots a form of tank. Very early tanks. They played the same role on the battlefield. Alright, yeah. Let's go over to... Hopefully this works. Let's see. Can you see it? You can. Oh, and you can also see my mess. Hang on. Boop. That's better. I must have bumped the cord. It's going to be a little hard for me to follow chat while I'm doing this because of where my monitor is. So hopefully you guys don't have any issues with that. Let me just shrink the chat down a little bit so I can still see what's going on the camera. There we go. Okay. So yeah. Panzer Brick Labs. That's my P.O. box if anybody wants to send me anything else like this, because I will do more build streams. I just... The models are fairly expensive, and I can't really afford to buy a bunch of them. I would rather do a lot of other stuff. Okay. So, as you can see, this is the Somua S35 build kit. Got all the stuff in there. I haven't opened any of this stuff yet. I opened the box just to like see what was inside, and he left a nice little note, which I read. I appreciate it. I won't read it on stream, but nice little box. I wasn't expecting this at all. He had mentioned that he was like going to send me something potentially, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, I've got my P.O. box and everything. And then I went to check my P.O. box and empty it out when I got back from my trip, and it had the little thing in it that was like, hey, there's a box that didn't fit in here. And surprisingly, it wasn't for a previous P.O. box owner. That's like 90% of what I get in that thing is just stuff that was for the person that owned the P.O. box before me. It's like, wow, I'm glad I'm paying like $100 a year for this P.O. box. It does come in handy, but it's just like, wow, thanks. I really wanted that. Can I do a video about the Leopard 1? Yeah, I will do a video on the Leopard 1. Eventually. It's not... It's sort of out of my area of expertise. I kind of focus more on World War I and World War II vehicles and, like, early Cold War. But, yeah, I will eventually get into all of those other things. Okay. Let's see what we start with. Oh, he doesn't have these bags numbered. What the heck? How am I supposed to build this? Alright, I'm guessing we just... Now, do I do the thing and organize them all, or do I drive all of you insane and mix them all together? Because that's how I usually build Lego sets. The thrill of the hunt. And then not being able to find one particular piece because it's, like, buried underneath everything else that you dumped out. Oh, I love it. So you're saying yes, mix them into a big pile. All right, I got it. All right, we're going to just go ahead and do that right now. I'll swirl them together, too, for you. That's how I always used to do it when I was... Well, this was also before Lego went into doing all the numbered baggies and everything, back when they would just give you, like, different bags, and I would just dump it all into a big pile, and then I'd be digging through it. You can actually, if you watch some of my older streams of building these, you would probably find, you'd probably find me doing that as well. It's just how I've always done it. I always liked that part of building them, is just, like, looking for the piece. It makes it take a little bit longer, I feel like, so you get to enjoy the building process a bit. Well, maybe not enjoy the building process, but it makes it take a little bit longer. Clean my room. I know, it's a mess. I don't have room for all of my stuff. Although, to be fair, a lot of that stuff that's back there that you might be seeing isn't real. I mean, it's technically just garbage, but it's packing material for something that I got, and I'm just holding on to it because I will probably use it to ship something eventually. I'll use it eventually, I promise. All right, we'll leave the tracks in their bag for now because we won't need them for the moment. All right, let's see if we can figure out how to do this. It's been a while since I did a Lego kit. In the future, I might be able to dead spider. In the future, I might be able to build this one. Camera can focus on. I got this when I bought. I don't remember what the heck it was. Oh, the AT-AT that I built on stream. I bought because I got a special, like, limited edition Amelia Earhart plane. I haven't built it yet, though. I have that, and then I have a gigantic, like, Jurassic Park set that I still haven't built. I just never get around to doing it. Alright, enough delay. Let's see if there's any questions, and then we'll start building. You'll unsubscribe if I mix them? Well, now, see, now you're just tempting me. You're telling me not to do it, and it makes me want to do it more. What do I think about Red Wrench Films? I haven't really watched any of his content. It's nice to see more people in the space, but yeah, I can't vouch for, like, the accuracy of his content or anything. I did speak with him, and I gave him a couple pointers on, like, ways that I do things, but it's yeah, I can't really say anything about him. Show us the frogs. I can't. They're sleeping. You guys want me to wake them up? They'll get grumpy. Okay, so we need 3 of these guys. Oh, nope, I'm grabbing the wrong ones. Oh, no, it's... Okay, yeah, we're... 1, 2, and... number 4, okay. Studs. Sorry if part of this is off this. I'm using my face cam for this, and I don't really have a good mount for this, so I do apologize if this screen setup and everything is. I would like to do this more often, but yeah, I need to buy, like, a power adapter for my actual camera, and then make, like, a mount, like, up above this section so that it can go downwards. I don't do enough ASMR building streams, though, so it just hasn't been worth it. Coming to Brick Fair? I don't even know where Brick Fair is. This is the first I've ever even heard about this. I like Legos, but I'm not like a Lego fanatic. I used to be when I was younger. 6. I think. We'll find out. Oh, there is supposed to be. Clean my room when I hit 350k. I don't know about that. Did I grab the wrong one? I need a longer one than this. Nope. Get it right. Why is it showing a space here? I'm confused. Instructions unclear. Dick stuck in toaster. Send help. What did I do wrong? Why do I have 300k subs? I don't know. People just keep subscribing. Kind of creepy. You guys need to stop following me. What am I doing wrong here? Very confused. Help me. Help me, Brickman. It's saying that I need to have like a... Oh, never mind. I see. We're using forbidden build tactics. Oh, spicy. Alright. Alright. I think. Something like that? Seem right. Oh, I see. A little extra. Yeah. Ooh, look at that. That is some forbidden building tactics right there. Whoa. Yeah, instructions unclear. I accidentally shot my own tiger. Okay. Step 2 here. We need these little guys. They from this bit. Okay, I'm assuming these are spare parts. Don't know. I'm gonna go with these ones. There. Hopefully, sorry if this is off camera. I'm trying. I'm working with what I have. Those. These. Oh no, we need. Where are you? There you are. 3. 3. Alright, let me just check if there's any questions. When is the ConeOfArc Fumo coming? I am in talks with Makeship to do one, so we will see. We will see. Yes, fries do go well with burgers. That is objectively correct. Am I going to talk about more Italian tanks like tank destroyers? Yes. Is it kind of quiet? It's probably because I'm turning when I'm building this. Let me try to move it a little bit, see if that's any better. I'll try turning it up a little. Let me know if that's a little bit better. It's just probably how I have it placed. But yeah, speaking of the Italian stuff, yes, I do have more stuff planned. Nicho, however you pronounce his name. I'm sorry if I butchered it. I should have asked before the video. He didn't say anything though, so I think I got it right. But yeah, Nico and Baron are working on some more as we speak, apparently. I'm not sure exactly what the one that they're doing next is. Well, I think I know, but I don't want to say it because then it'll be spoilers. What's my favorite aircraft? Honestly, I'm a big fan of the 262. I've always liked the look of that plane. I don't know if I would say it's my favorite, but probably. I quite like the 262. Okay. So we have that one done. We're on to this. We need one of these brown pieces. This. There. And we need the little claw guy. This one. There we go. Am I planning to visit the Kubinka Tank Museum in the future? I mean, yeah, obviously, I would like to. Obviously, situation over there is not exactly cohesive with, or conducive, whichever word that would be, with a trip there, so that's not something that I have planned for the immediate future. There's a lot of other tank museums that I have to visit in the US anyways, so I'll probably try to do all of those first, and then I'll eventually get to the ones over in Europe and beyond. I was talking a little bit with somebody who is, I guess, working with some new tank museum that's going to be opening in Japan. So that would be very cool to visit, but that's also an extremely expensive trip. So yeah, it comes down to like performance of the channel and stuff. If I can get my channel to perform well, I can fund more trips. It's gotta remember I'm doing this full time, so any money that is going into these trips and stuff comes out of my pocket and is not being, well, I might be able to get it done with like sponsorship money and stuff like that, but yeah, I have to actually have my trip videos perform well enough to get sponsorships for them. So when my video on my trip down to Benning comes out, make sure all of you watch it, because if it does well, then I will definitely be able to do more like it. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, you know, all that jazz. I think you'll like it, though. It was a interesting trip, to say the least. There was a lot of very interesting stuff that happened. And I think it will make for a very entertaining video. There, that goes there. Oh, I forgot one. Forgot one. Suck at this. And we need this one. Alright. And the studs. My favorite gun? Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't know if I can pick a favorite. Yeah, that one's tough. I would say as a, so I guess I can clarify for at least pistols and revolvers. For revolvers, I love the Schofield number 3. And for pistols, probably the Luger. I just like how goofy it is. For rifles and stuff like that, though, that's tough. For bolt actions, probably the Gewehr 98. I'm not a Varibu, I just like those guns. Technically, actually, it would be the Brazilian 1908. That's the one that I own. What's my favorite car? Volkswagen Beetle. The classic one, not the new one. Okay, we need these guys again. Oh, wait, those are... We're not touching these. We're touching those. Going after these ones here. I don't think it actually matters. But you know what? We're going to make it matter. We're going to say that these are off limits. Even though I've been taking all the studs out of it, just ignore that. That doesn't count. Where's the other 3? There it is. The children... I don't even have... There isn't room in my closet to hide children in it. There's too much random crap that I've collected in there. If my room is any indication, I don't have any room to put anything. Favorite Polish tank? I don't really know anything about Polish tanks. I guess it's the only one I can think of is the goofy little tankette one. That's like the only one that I can think of off the top of my head. I have no idea who Mushroom Cat is. Favorite gas mask? What's the one that the I don't remember the name of it, but the US one from like the later Cold War, like 80s, 90s. Whichever one it is. The one that looks like a chemical hood, or has like a chemical hood that goes with it. I love the vibe of that thing when it's paired with M80 Woodland. That and that. I'll see if I can show the frogs later. It'll depend on if any of them are out of... They hide in their little log, and it's very hard to get them out. That's all. That's... Step 8 is we just kind of... Are those numbers? Yes. Okay, we're making progress here. Where would I hide a panther tank? What has inspired you to come up with a YouTube channel? I don't know. I always wanted to do YouTube. I watched YouTube when I was younger, and I always wanted to do it. I just happened to eventually find an audience that enjoyed what I did. Am I going to make videos about planes in the near future? Probably not in the near future. I mean, I might make like one or two, like some one-offs on planes, but I'm not planning to make any sort of series out of it anytime soon. All the feet pics. I don't think you guys want pictures of my feet. Okay, I think we finally have to get into our parts over here. We'll take this one. This guy. Oh yeah, okay, I see. This is a different one. Alright, I've got it. I've got it now. This all makes sense. All coming together. This and this. Want this. Is Sales and Salvos dead? No, I like uploaded a video like last month. You must have missed it. The one on the roller ships, which we beat Drachnefell to, so heh. Guy goes there. Two of these. One of these. Worst tank in history besides tractor mod. I don't know if there even is really a worse tank. Whoops, I put that in the wrong spot. I don't know if there even is a worse tank in history, to be honest. I mean, I'm sure there is, but it's hard to just, like, name one off the top of my head. How am I doing, man? How's life? It's been pretty good. I had a lot of fun going on that trip down to Georgia to check out Fort Moore, Fort Benning, whichever you want to call it. And yeah, met a lot of really cool people out while I was down there. Got to meet the chieftain, do a video with him, which hopefully will come out as long as the audio turned out okay. Yeah, got to meet Rob Kogan, who's the curator of the museum down there. Got to just meet like a couple other people who were not so much creators, but they're like in the military, either as tank commanders, former vehicle crew members, stuff like that. It was a very fun trip. Aside from the drama parts, which you'll hear about in the video. I don't want no spoilers. I can't give you any spoilers. You gotta watch and find out. But yeah, I think you will all find it very, very entertaining. I will say though, as this is sort of trip is I'm kind of modeling a little off of Eddie Burbach's videos of going to all the Margaritavilles and stuff like that. I did stop at Margaritaville along the way. The food was actually really good. Okay, I don't see any more pressing questions. If I miss your question, don't be afraid to post it again. Because I'm looking in this direction and my monitor is like over on that side of me, so if I'm turned I can't really, so I have to kind of keep turning back and forth. So it's not because I'm ignoring you, it's just because I can't see it. What's my favorite food? Ooh. I won't say it's my favorite, but one of the things that was like I was like I would have killed to have more of was when I was down earlier this year in the Gatlinburg is where it is. I think it's in Gatlinburg, down in the Smoky Mountains. We went to Old Red, which is I think it's Blake Shelton's restaurant if I'm remembering correctly, and they had this stuff that was mac and cheese with brisket in it, like a barbecue brisket. Oh my god. It was the greatest thing I have ever had. I won't say that I necessarily recommend the restaurant itself. I like the food wasn't bad. It was a little loud. I mean, if you like Blake Shelton, I'm sure you'll like the restaurant. Like it wasn't a bad place by any means. A little bit expensive, but oh my goodness, that mac and cheese barbecue brisket, I would go to war for that. Okay. 16, so we need these little guys. Little guys. Am I going to cover interwar Czechoslovak tanks? Well, my plan is that by the end of my YouTube career, I will have covered every single vehicle that I can possibly cover. Okay, your instruction. I think you have your instructions a little bit backwards here, Brick Labs. It's not too confusing, but you show like in this picture. You know, put up. This is not a dig on him at all. I think this is just a little bit of a little oddity here. So you show this picture here with like you start off with the one brick thing. You have those, and then you show putting on these pieces, but I'm pretty sure you need to show the instruction. I think you just have 18, like 17 and 18 backwards or something like that, or this picture needs to go there. Just it's a little bit confusing. It's understandable, but it's just slightly out of order, I think. Holy shit, Killer Robot. Thank you so much. I appreciate that a ton. That's wild, bro. Holy shit, $100. Thank you. Yeah, monitors are definitely not cheap. That's the monitor that I had is like a $700 monitor or something. I bought it years ago, and I get back and I turn it on, and like it lit up. Like I can tell that the power is still working and everything with it. It's not completely dead, but just no image showing. And I'm just like, well, this sucks. But thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Go here. This one here. Yeah, mate. I'm not gonna do shout outs, bro. I did. I tried. I checked my graphics card, and because I like I said, I have two monitors. I'm using my second one right now, and I swapped the cables around and everything. I tried. I did a graphics driver update and everything. I checked for corrupt Windows files, all that stuff. It didn't work. The reason why I think it's definitely the monitor is usually I can press the button on the bottom and a little menu will pop up for like all the display settings and stuff, and I can't even see that. So I'm definitely thinking there's something wrong. Careful with the wheels, one of them is backward. Okay, yeah, I mean that's not a big deal. Like those things are minor. I was just pointing it out because if somebody hadn't noticed it before, it would be a way that you could that way you could like fix it for future kits, something like that. If you hadn't already. Take that, flip this over, and we're going to do this. Yeah, obviously, with it being what I assume like just a one-man operation for you, yeah, you don't have the quality control of Lego. Are these supposed to line up here? I'm assuming. Oh, yeah, okay, it does. The angle I was looking at, it didn't look like it lined up. Ignore me. No, I didn't do anything stupid like punch my monitor. I literally left it off for like a week and a half while I was away. And I come back and I'm like, all right, time to get some work done. Wait, why isn't my monitor working? That one doesn't go there. That was not the fault of the instructions. That was just me being an idiot. Although I should blame it on the instructions, right? That's what all the cool kids do. These dumb instructions. It's all their fault that I'm an idiot. It couldn't possibly be me. One of these. One of these. Do I have a favorite tank? No, not really. I mean, obviously, the FCM36 is like a big part of my brand, but honestly, I wouldn't say it's my favorite vehicle. I like the tank. It's very funky, but it's so hard to pick a favorite. Although I guess I could say the M48 maybe, because if I could own one tank, I would love to own an M48. I love the vibe that that tank has. Find another one of these things. Not that one. From me. Naughty little brick. There it is. There. Okay. Right? Oh, no. I need one more of these. No, this is not a Kobe tank set. This is a Panzer Brick Labs set. He kind of has it on the cover, but not really. There's a link in the description if you want to check it out. Not sponsoring it or anything. He was just very kind and sent this out to me for free, which I appreciate. Which, speaking of which, if anybody else wants to like send a Kobe set or something like that they want me to build on stream, I have a PO box down in the description, so feel free to do so, and I will definitely give you a shout out for that. Okay. 1, 2, 3. We guy and little books. I've done. I did in the past do a Kobe build stream. I'll grab afterwards and kind of do like a little comparison between the two, not in terms of quality, but just in terms of like how they look, I guess, or just to show you that I built another one. And yeah, I will say the Kobe sets are very, very good. Like the quality that they've gotten with those things is really impressive. Like it's definitely bordering on Lego. Like there's a lot of those other like Lego build sort of like brick build companies, and like they are, for a long time they were like the quality was just nowhere near what Lego is able to accomplish, but they've definitely caught up. And the price wise, you do definitely save a lot of money them over some of these ones. They do get more pricey, but I mean you can't really match the quality that Lego does with their bricks. Even like there's still definitely a difference there. I have not seen 4 tankmen and a dog. Yeah, Kobe is definitely getting very close. The trouble with Kobe, same with a lot of the other companies that do it, is they're still they don't have the same level of infrastructure, I guess would be the best way to put it. They don't have the scale that Lego has, so their costs are still a lot more. So it's hard to go out and be like, oh, I want to get this Kobe set because they're very, very expensive. What the heck did I do wrong here? Something doesn't seem right with this. This side lines up, but this one doesn't. What the heck? Oh, I think I see the problem. Yep, okay. That explains it. I installed this backwards. Glad I caught that before I got further, because that would have really sucked. Whoops. That goes in like that. Okay, yeah. Okay. There we go. Perfect. We're all set. That was once again just a me. That was just me. That wasn't the kit. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing definitely with a lot of the companies that you get into. Whoops, I forgot to put the other brick right. That is something that I mean, I definitely see Kobe doing a lot better, and I've even I would even like to do like some sort of partnership with either Kobe or one of the brick companies because I love these sorts of kits. I much prefer them to like the traditional sort of model kit. I don't know why. I've just always enjoyed these. They're much more like user friendly, I guess is the way to put it. Like I don't need to go out and get glue and get an X-Acto knife and all that sort of nonsense, get paint and all that. I just build it and then it's done. I very much enjoy these kits because of that. One of these and other one. Oh. Yeah, I mean, you do have to understand with companies that do these sorts of sets. Okay, I see why that one was in there, not over here. With those sorts of sets, it is very expensive because the people have to go and source all of the bricks, and then it's not cheap to buy just specific bricks from Lego, and then you're talking like the overhead for them and everything. So it is tricky being a smaller company and trying to do that. That's why the prices are higher for those. But they look cheaply made from the compared to Lego. Hold on, let me grab my other one, and that way I can show you because they really aren't. Maybe early on they were, but not anymore. Okay. So yeah, this is the FT model that I got, and I mean like there you can definitely tell that it's not like Lego when you it's honestly very difficult. Like kind of see in the top, like maybe early on they were, but I mean, maybe the plastic is a little bit like it's very difficult to tell. Like the quality is extremely similar. The only issue I had with this one, I think, was that there were like one or two parts missing, but I contacted them and they sent it to me like with like they immediately sent me like all the parts, like no questions asked. They were just like what basically they have a little form thing you fill out and it's like which page, which parts, and then they just send you like a little baggie. Newer one of what? Oh, yeah, I don't know. This one, oh yeah, some of their ones also, yeah, they do look. The scale of the models and stuff does impact it sometimes. But yeah, I haven't built too many of them. I've only built the one, but overall the quality seems to be pretty good. And it's nice because they're a company that's kind of serving a niche that has really been completely overlooked by Lego. I mean, I understand why Lego doesn't want to do it because they don't want to be doing like military stuff, which I understand. They stick to their fantasy stuff out. Like the only real war stuff they do is like Star Wars, which I respect it. They don't want to be selling all that stuff to kids. I get it, but it is unfortunate because I would like to see more sets like that. Oh no, my tummy is rumbling. I'm hungry. I have the leftovers from Texas Roadhouse trip yesterday on the way back from the museum. Okay, so where did this guy go? One is going to, I see, clip on that. Very nice. Now we're going to add some of the side panels. I actually saw a Somua S35 at the museum down in Georgia. Ooh, very nice looking tank. I love French vehicles. That's true. They did make some World War II stuff with Indiana Jones, but it wasn't really like it wasn't like tanks and stuff like that, from what I remember. Uh, yeah, I've wanted to do I wanted to do like an ATTE build because that's my favorite Star Wars tank, but the new I'm just gonna be real. The new one that they released looks like just complete garbage, and I just don't like it. And I want a bigger scale one. Which unfortunately, I can't believe they haven't done an Ultimate Collector's Edition or whatever they call Ultimate Collect UCS, whatever the heck, of the ATTE. That thing is freaking sweet. They've done one of the ATAT. I don't know why they didn't do the ATTE, but I would totally buy it if they did. But I've seen some that people have done where they're like a larger scale one, and they look really really cool. But in order to actually like source all the parts, it's just insanely expensive. And I'm just like, yeah, I like the ATTE, but I also like having like not being in insane debt from buying Lego sets. And one of the yeah, if 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 I ever won the lottery, there would be signs. Is and one of these. Do I think I will do Lego stop motion? Well, I mean, that was originally what I wanted to do back when I first started my channel when I was much much younger. I've always been a very big fan of Lego stop motion. That was one of the things that got me interested in doing YouTube in the first place. I used to watch a lot of Lego stop motion videos for like Star Wars stuff like that. And I absolutely love the animation style. It's just so time consuming. Like I would love to do it if I had the time, but I don't have the time and I don't have the space to do it. That's all set. Next page. But yeah, absolutely. If I had the time, money, and space, it would be a no-brainer. I would love to do it. I for or against cancer? I'm pretty sure I'm against cancer. Bro thinks I'm like a proud cancer supporter. Goes out a little bit. And okay. Of these. But I consider getting some printed Lego military figures. I mean, I would certainly consider. The thing is, I don't really have a need for it. Like, they would be cool, but it's just one of those things where it's like, it would be spending money I don't have on things that I don't really need. And I already do that enough with other things. Hello, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I don't know. I have enough expensive hobbies with like firearms and cars and stuff like that where it it's hard to justify also doing Legos. Okay, so this is where we're going to put on. I mean, they're very cool. Like they're definitely worth it if you're doing like Lego mocks or whatever the heck they're called. But yeah, it's kind of tricky to justify the cost. Yes. No, they're not in one piece. He's making me count. I can't count that high. Put it together and we can get identical length, track length. We'll go from there. Give us a hint about any upcoming video? Well, I mean, I'll just tell you one of them. I'm going to cover the M3 Lee because it's one of the vehicles that I think has been absolutely butchered in its history. Because much of what you will hear about it, from everything from like the Soviets not liking it to it being a bad vehicle in general, is just not true. Like, it was not as good as the Sherman, but like what tank was. Oh, that back. Yeah. Ooh, I think we might have done it, boys. I think this might be the right. I might have managed to put this together correctly. Shockingly. I put, whoops. Hang on, I gotta flip some of these around. Flip. Nope, we got a slightly longer one here. How many links are we by? Pop off two. And how are we looking? How are we looking? Oh yeah. Look at that. I'm a genius. And yes, I have tried Kobe. That's what that one is right there. This one right back here. I bought it at the American Heritage Museum, actually. So I helped support their work. Let's see if I can get this sucker on here. Probably should not have clipped this together. Unclip that. No, no, I had it perfect. Just how I wanted it. That around and that around. Quick. Hope you guys can't hear my stomach. It's going. It's going. It is hungry. We must continue the build. Sustenance will come afterwards. There we go. I like that. That looks nice. How are my pets? They are doing well. Eat bricks. Yeah, just start having a little snack. My favorite prototype American AA vehicle. I don't know if I really would say I could. I don't know if I could say I have one. By rolling it. All right, one of them's moving. This one must be a little bound up on something. There we go. We got a little bit of a tight track over here. I don't know what's the solution for this. Oh, I see. Okay, that seems a bit better. Probably just caught on like one little spot that's not angled correctly. Come on, track. There we go. I need Chieftain here. He needs to help me with my track tension. But yeah, back to favorite American AA vehicle. I don't know if I really have one. The mock-up one for the Abrams is pretty funky. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not. AA vehicles aren't really my main interest. One of these. Now we want one of these. This. And this. The heck does that go on there? What? Black magic. Oh, never mind. I used the wrong there. I think. Proper P. Oh, there it is. Oh. It would help if I used the right piece. Need a Chieftain minifigure. Yo, how has nobody made that yet? You guys need to peer pressure Chieftain because he was asking me about my about the cone plushie when I was at the museum, and he was like asking how I went through and did it. So you guys need to get him to do a chieftain Fumo, because that would be the funniest thing ever. Don't tell him I said that though. Don't tell him that it was my idea. Just make it seem like it was completely all your idea. You can have that one. Do I play Enlisted? I did play Enlisted earlier in its development. I haven't played it more recently just because I haven't really had the time. I honestly don't play as many games as I used to because I'm just busy with other stuff. I want to try out Starfield though. I've heard it's good. Perhaps someday. I'll probably wait until it goes on sale, which I can't afford to buy it full price. I have too much other stuff. Do I have any military stuff? Yes, I do have some military stuff. I have a inert 125mm shell in a crate over that direction. Somewhere. I know exactly where it is. It's taking up most of my floor. I also have some tanker helmets and stuff. I actually have a video you can watch on my channel, which I show French tanker helmets. I won't say all the information in it is the most accurate because I need to find better source material and stuff for it, but it's a decent little look at them for sure. I would say I got a decent amount of the information. I think that can rotate. Okay, yeah. Okay. I just don't want to continue. I don't want to make a mistake now and then have to take the whole thing apart towards the end. Okay. This one. This one. This one. On the VR game Steel Crew. I've never really gotten into VR stuff. I don't have the, I mean, I had like a PlayStation VR I messed with a little bit, but I don't have anything for VR for my PC. I might get it at some point. I don't know. Like I said, I don't play a ton of games, so it's never one of the things where I'm like, oh, I should really get this because I just know I'm not going to play it very often, so it would just kind of be a waste. Eh. Let me restart the music for you guys. I meant to do that earlier. Sorry for it just kind of being like sorry for it just being kind of a loop. I don't have a lot of background music for this. Well, it's not so much that I can't afford another monitor. It's just that in order to get a new one, I want to get a decent one because editing does take when I edit, I need to have decent like color and everything so that I make sure that it's going to look good on your screens. So I need to get a replacement one. Not so much that I can't afford it, it's just that I just spent a ton of money on a trip and I don't have a ton of extra money lying around afterwards. So if anybody is willing to help, I appreciate it. But it is entirely your own choice. Why am I so good? I don't know. I'm just built like that, I guess. Ooh, okay. Getting into the complex instructions. Assuming this one's going to go here. Oh. Like I was saying earlier, I might be able to get my current monitor fixed, but I don't know what's wrong with it. So it could be one of those things where I bring it in, they're like, oh yeah, you just have like some gunk here or something shorted out. Or it could be like, nope, She's fucked, bud. Sorry, you got to get a new one. So I want to just get a new one, and then if it ends up being something simple, that works out well because it'll just mean I have another good monitor. But yeah, I just don't want to be stuck with my like kind of crummy, really cheap 1080p monitor that I got. I don't really know anything about like modern military stuff. That's kind of not my area of expertise. I just don't find it as interesting. But that sounds like something that I could see happening. Where'd you get the build? Panzer Bricks. Panzer Brick Labs sent it to me. I left a link to his thing down in the description. I very much appreciate him sending this to me because I like Lego build kits. That? Nope, not like that. Maybe I should read the instructions. That you know, that would probably help me here. Okay, one of these. Put this thing on top of it. Middle of it. Okay, now we take this, put it here. And then we take this piece like this. But yeah, realistically, if I hadn't done the trip, I would have been fine in terms of being able to get a new monitor. It's just like going, getting lodging and everything to stay places, and then you know, gas and all that stuff to go down there, and then to come back up, and then like, you know, I wasn't anticipating coming back and then having my PC just be like ha ha ha. But you know, we never anticipate things going wrong. Okay. That one of these goes. Little hat. That is going to go. Yep. Go. Of these. Make sure there's no other questions. 1440p ISO, $200. That sounds pretty good. I'll have to look at that. Send me, if you go into my Discord, you can send me a link to that. I'm not ignoring your questions. As I said earlier, I'm looking in this direction and the monitor is over this direction. So if I'm building this, I can't actively read chat. I'm not purposefully ignoring you. I just genuinely miss your message if it goes by when I'm not looking. Well, most of those secret documents or classified documents are available to purchase online, so they're not really classified. I mean, it's funny, but it's not. Yeah, they're not really classified like some of the other ones have been that have been leaked. And I like the way that you have this like held in place, because I was gonna say just that one stud isn't really all that rigid, but yeah, that little side piece that works really well. Very inventive here. Like this is and this is the case with a lot of like even the Kobe builds and stuff. Like Lego sets, I mean, some of them do get a little complex with the stuff, but the way that the people who do these things put them together, it's very impressive, like the ways that they find to build the shapes. I think with Lego a lot of the time they just end up inventing new pieces, but the people that do these, they have to actually go off of what's available, which is pretty cool. Flipping into Okay, oh, I must have missed it. Wait, oh yeah, I missed some stuff. Missed this section. Okay. Okay. And Bradley or Striker? I'd have to go with Bradley. I like things with tracks. Striker's cool though. I got to see quite a few of them while I was down at Benning. They're pretty neat. Favorite World War II French tank? Oh, I mean, come on now. It's got to be the FCM-36. Although France did have World War II tanks, but they were kind of all pre-war tanks. They never really built. They had some modification ones during World War II, but they didn't really have any like World War II tanks. So that's kind of a bit of a tricky thing to mention. Talk about. Okay, so this one is going to go. Oh, we missed a bunch. You guys didn't stop me. You just let me keep going. You're supposed to stop me. Four? 4-1 is going to go. Sure. Favorite multi-turret tank? Multi-turret. Yeah, words. Multi-turret tank. That would probably have to be like the. Actually, I don't know. It would probably be between the SMK and the Char 2C. I don't know why you guys keep asking my favorite things. I don't really have favorites. Like, I don't have a favorite musician. I don't have a I don't have a favorite of a lot of things. I just like what I like. The other one. There we go. That's my favorite thing. I do have a favorite animal. My favorite animal is the frog. I like frogs. I don't have a favorite species of frog, really. I mean, White's tree frogs are cool, but I don't really have a favorite species. We're hiding from me. Naughty, naughty. You. Okay. 1, 3, 4. Is that everything that I missed here? Yes, for that one, and then. Okay. Thankfully, I caught this before I ended up building on more and then realized, oh crap, I missed like half of the steps here. That. Okay, I did get that one. This one is going to go. Okay. Kind of fit in front of it. Okay. I think we're good. How that's supposed to fit? Looks alright. Okay. We're all good. Alright, back to looking at this. Do I have a girlfriend? I'm building a Lego set on stream for you guys, and I talk about tanks all day. What do you think? Okay, we got to work on the gluteus maximus portion of the vehicle now. All right, back. Yeah, okay. That's right. That's why I realized we were doing this wrong. Flip you in there. Oh, Zam. The Somua shaker. Do this for Emmy. She'll like that. I don't know if she's even still watching. If not, somebody clip that out and send it to her. Just unprompted. Just ping her with it. Okay, one of these. Of the. Wrong way. Oh, Emmy is still here. Okay, good. Scratch that. We don't have to harass her. This time. Yes, I have watched Girls in Panzer. I quite enjoy it. One. Bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. Bro, okay, no more favorite tank questions, guys. Come on. I've answered all. Also, there's only like a handful of tankettes. You're asking me to pick like my favorite from like a pool of like 5 vehicles. No more, enough. Come up with other questions that you. There's all sorts of things you can ask about me. That's enough. We're banning that question. Okay. In fact, even 2 of them. Oh, we're getting adventurous today. We're not. This is my tank. Not allowed to take it apart and build. That. Give it arms. Understandable. 1A. Okay. Love this speed build. For the record, this I would probably already be done with this if I wasn't also like trying to stream at the same time. It's more difficult than it seems trying to like interact with a stream while you're building a Lego set. Definitely tricky. Little. Did I use too many of those? I might. Oh no, there it is. Okay. Whew. False alarm. False alarm. I thought I did another dumb. Okay. Take a break for a second and work on answering some of your questions. Where did I get this tank from? I got it from Panzer Brick Labs, who is, yep, he just pinged you with that. If you guys, by the way, if you guys have any questions that you want to ask about the model or like that sort of thing, Panzer Brick Labs is in the chat, so you can ask him. Are you going to do a video on the Wallace sleeping tank? Yeah, if it's a tank, I will get to it eventually. It's just a lot of it comes down to what I have information on, what I can find information on, and just what I feel interested in covering at a particular. It's no questions. Give them a minute. Give them a minute. They gotta think up something to ask. There's where I set that. Okay. Need this guy is the little angled boy. There it is. I know some online military surplus selling places. I don't know ones that sell tank, like demilled tank shells. I've been to a couple that sell like standard military surplus, but I don't know of any that sell tank shells. I mean, I'm sure they're out there, but I just don't know of any in particular. Oh, okay. Fancy schmancy. That, and the need of these. Boom, boom. Any plans to visit South Korea? I won't say that I have any immediate plans to visit South Korea, that's for sure. I won't say it's ever a place that I've really considered visiting. I'm sure you guys do have some good tank museums there. It's just I feel like the collection there is going to be very limited in terms of what it actually covers. That's part of, like, I have to prioritize places like the Panzer Museum or stuff like that, where they have either a wide variety of different vehicles or ones that you can't find anywhere else in the world. And I'm sure that is the case with Korea. It's just that there's not as many vehicles that you're going to have, because a lot of what Korea had for a long time until they started building their own vehicles were essentially just US tanks. How many tanks do I have in my collection? I mean, I have some tank models. Unfortunately, I don't own my own tank. Maybe someday. If all of you guys subscribed to the channel gave me $1, I could probably afford to buy my own tank. So, I mean, that's just a suggestion. I'm just gonna float that across. You know, I will share it with you guys. I will make plenty of videos with it. I will take good care of it. I promise. Okay. Flips in. Ah, the whole front end's coming off. Okay, it's okay. Here we go. All right, flipped in place. We can fix this. Oh gosh. Okay, I think it's good. Yeah, it seems fine to me. Structurally sound. Ooh, okay. I don't know what happened there, but we're just, you know, it's fine. Fine, good French craftsmanship. They'll stay together. Yeah, leaked French factory footage. I mean, it would be very cool to visit North Korea to do like a video, because I've heard they have some really good tank museums up there. But yeah, that's definitely not an easy place to get into. So I won't say that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm planning a trip to North Korea, guys. That's on my... It would definitely be interesting, but it's not something that I'm ready for. North Korean vlogs. Okay. This. Oh, I see. This guy. Whoops, I don't these. That. It is the one from the thumbnail. It's not done yet. It's the Somua S35 from Panzer Brick Labs. Link is in the description. You know, you guys, you're like, when will I build this? When will I build that? I'll build it as soon as I have the money for it. I'd love to do full-scale models of vehicles for, like rebuilding replicas and stuff like that, but it costs a lot of money. Like, way more money than I have. I'm just a poor YouTuber. I do not have the big monies. I need Mr. Beast to give me some money to make my videos. Please, Mr. Beast. I'm your biggest fan. '14 Armada kit. That. Oops, I forgot to put the little... paw guy. Oh. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I thought I was forgetting something. Okay. I put this up. 3. There we go. And... is that right? Nope. No. Yes. Okay. We're almost there. We're in the home stretch. Answer a few more questions now that we're done with that a little bit. I have not made a video about the BT-42 yet. I'll do it eventually. Yeah, custom Lego kits are expensive. You can find them at reasonable prices, but yeah, they do get quite expensive. It's sort of just an unavoidable side effect of it being all done by small groups of people. I mean, I'm sure Poland did produce their own cars. Well, that's crazy. Go watch him then. What we can do here. Beautiful. Go. Whoa. I caught it. The The engine deck is coming along. We'll soon install the highly reliable French engine. Whoa! How the heck did that backwards? Oh no, that's right. Okay. Like I thought I put it on upside down. I think you could send me that legally. I'm pretty sure. I don't know how. I don't know that you could send it through USPS. I don't know how that would. I don't know how that would work. I think I would need to have like a UPS or FedEx box for that. I mean, I'm sure it's doable. Amazon did sell a. They did sell cars at one point. They did like a publicity stunt thing where they were selling. I don't remember what car it was, but they sold a car that they would like bring in a gigantic box. So. Well, I mean, I'm not in any military organizations or any government organizations, so I don't have any stuff to leak, unfortunately. Maybe someday, you know, that we can all aim to really leak documents on the War Thunder forums. That's, you know, that'll really impress the women. I really yeah, I don't. Guys, it's such a funny meme. I'm gonna leak these documents and then get like literally nobody cares. I will risk my freedom to leak these documents for a video game that won't even use the stuff that I give them. Yeah, I don't understand. I guess, you know, funny. It's the meme, guys. It's hilarious. People will talk about me for like 5 minutes on the internet. There we go. I wish I could show the frogs, but they're not the easiest things to bring down. They're sleeping. I don't want to wake them up. I told you they'll get grumpy and they'll probably try to eat my hand. I'll post some pictures on Twitter though if you're not well, Twitter or X, whichever you prefer. If you want to if you would like to see some pictures of them, I'll post some pictures later if you want to see that. And we want to do those and one of these. Then we should whoa. That. These are going to clip in on exactly how they're going to clip in. Okay. I see. That's like okay. Now I think we're down to just the turret. Grumpy Frogger. I'll see if I might have a video of something or something for them that I can post. No, I don't have this is the only Kobe model that I have right here. How many tank models do I have? 1, 2, like 9. 11 if you count some of the little like cheap ones that I bought. How stable it is? I mean, it's pretty solid. I mean, I wouldn't whack it because it's made out of Lego bricks, but like it seems relatively solid. All right, now we must build the legendary French turret. Although sadly, this isn't the FCM36. You know, we really need Panzer Brick Labs to make us an FCM36. That's all I'm saying. You know, no pressure or anything. I'm just saying, no bias or anything here, but it would be very very profitable, I assume. All those millions of FCM36 fans just lining up to buy one. I have seen a couple people do them. There's like some manuals and stuff out there on how to build them. But I will say I'd have to look again because maybe there have been some more that have come out since, but there were none that really like spoke to me. Whoops. There were none that I was like, "Oh wow, that's like I need to get that." But I also have like a proper FCM36 model that I need to build at some point. I just have not gotten around. But I want to do it well, and I want to do it like on stream or something, but I've never done a proper model like that before, so yeah. Oh, I see. That like that. Thank you. I'm very happy that we have finally hit 300K. That. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Oh, Omaha Bricks, is that who it is? I had a bunch of people like keep sending it to me, and I've seen people like design them and they've posted them in like my server, but I'm just not familiar really with the process of getting all the bricks and stuff. Like I could figure it out, but like I was saying earlier, it's one of those things where like it would be cool to do on stream, but this is like really the only reason why I would do it because I don't do like stop. If I was able to do stop motion, I would love to build a bunch of like Lego kits of different tanks and then whoops, and then do like stop motion stuff out of them. But I don't have the time or space for it. That yeah, all right. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm very aware of their whole policy with that, and I mean, like I was saying earlier, I fully understand it. Like I understand why they want to do it the way that they do, because like their primary audience is people that are probably like in the early like or like preteen sort of area, like 8 to 12 is probably their primary demographic for a lot of the stuff. So I fully understand why they're like, yeah, we're not gonna do a bunch of military stuff. Plus, they're a European company, so do with that what you will. It would actually be kind of interesting if Lego was an American company because I guarantee you there would be like licensed sets for like Lockheed Martin and stuff like that, which would be pretty neat. Lego Military Industrial Complex, very cool. Oh, this one. If the music runs out and you guys want some more, just let me know. I don't have my headphones on right now, so I don't actually hear the music. I'm just trying to keep it going so that, like, in the lulls while I'm working on this, you're not just there listening to dead air or me, like, breathing or something. Is the music Not going anymore? Okay, we'll restart it. Damn, it played all the way through that. You know what? Let me see if I can find something on the YouTubes. No way! ConeOfArc is streaming? Oh, I gotta tune into that. Well, we'll just pull up. There, we'll just run the War Thunder soundtrack. How about that? War Thunder new music. Sure. Right, just let me know how that sounds while you go back to other screen. Second. See you again. I told you I can't hear it, so and I didn't know how long that that thing was. So thank you guys for sticking with me. As you can tell, I don't really stream all that often, so I don't have my stuff set up very professional. It is loud? Okay, 1 second. This is the trouble of not having my headphones on. Okay, there we go. Let me know how that sounds. I can turn it down. I'll crank it down a little bit more. Yeah, we'll go way down. Is that good? Or is it too quiet? Perfect. Not right. Why am I doing this? What am I doing? I'm a madman. This. And. That. Nope. Not that. Just kidding. It's a prank. Go. How many tank sets do I have? 2. This is my second one. I did buy one for my sister that she built, but I did not build that one. Not mine. Alright, and we need to build this section here. We're getting there, boys. We're getting close. Very close. Oh yeah. The turret. Now we are... Oh, we're on the last page. This is it. Big. Huge. Even legendary, some might say. Okay. Of these. I think Advance Australia might actually be, like, copyrighted. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know that... I don't think it's copyrighted, but, like, it technically... Like, there's a version of it that is. I don't know how that all works. I have to be very careful with that stuff because, I mean, granted, this stream isn't going to make me a ton of ad revenue afterwards, but the last thing I want is to end up with, like, a copyright strike or something stupid over just some music that I used on a stream. It's just not worth the risk. Of those... Oh, this one. There it is. Just have to install the turret. Is that in? Yep. There it is. Our completed Somua S35. See if I can try to position it like in the thumbnail. How is it positioned? Like, there we go. Sorry if it's not focusing. The lighting over here is not great. There it is, and we had some leftover pieces. Hopefully those weren't important. Just, you know, ignore that. It does look quite good though. So again, this is Somua S35 from Panzer Bricks. So link is in the description to check out his Instagram if you want to learn more about it. And I'm pretty sure you can find the link. Well, if you just Google Panzer Brick Labs, you will find his website. So yeah, I have a little bit of time. Let's see, how long has this stream been going? Is there really not a timer on the... Okay. There's not a timer on the actual Streamlab thing that I'm using. Incredible. Alright, we've been going for about an hour and a half. Wow. Alright. I'll do like 8 or so more minutes of answering questions. You guys can just look at the model there. I won't do anything else. Pull up the chat and I'll answer some of your questions. Then I'm going to go eat because I am very hungry. Damn, you watched the ConeOfArc live action film of me just building that. I actually have considered doing like a camera that just runs 24/7 for a stream in my frog tank, but they don't really do anything, so I don't. And I have to get one that would have night vision because they're nocturnal, so they're only really active during the night. Do I have a favorite ocean liner? Not really. I'm not really all that into ships. The main reason I cover ships in my videos is because, I mean, they are cool, don't get me wrong, but Baron is very into them and he is willing to write scripts and stuff for them, so it just helps me out that way. How do I get this smart? The question is not if I'm smart, it's just if I can sound like I'm smart. This comes down to doing the research, though. Doing the research and just learning, and you will... I wouldn't really say that I'm necessarily smart. I'm just knowledgeable on some subjects. By no means am I an expert on anything, though. Rate the build? It's a little tricky. I will say there are definitely some parts that could be easier, I guess. It's not like super difficult, but I don't know. It's been a while since I did this build. I would say in terms of just going off of how it looks, I would say looks wise 9 or a 10 out of 10. I don't think you can get any better with this. Like, I don't think there's anything that you could do that would make this look more like a Somua, unless maybe you went bigger. But if you go bigger, it's probably going to be more expensive. Build wise, I would say because you have a couple issues with the instructions which make it a little unclear, probably more like a 7.5 out of 10. But overall, I would say it's a very good model. Maybe combined score of like 8 out of 10. A little bit of room for improvement, but the model itself, I don't think there's anything that you could change. Do I think it would stay mostly together if I dropped it? Well, I don't plan to drop it, but I would say, I mean, as I learned from my AT-AT, which decided to leap to its death when I was moving it, that one didn't stay together very well, so I don't think you can really base a Lego set off of how well it survives a drop. This one didn't cost me anything. It was sent to me for free. Thank you very much to Panzer Brick Labs for that. Where to buy it? Link is in the description to his Instagram, and you can find your way to it if you would like to buy it that way. I missed a question in here somewhere. Oh, you were just... I'm not slow. I would have had this done like half an hour ago, but I'm alternating between doing this and reading off your guys' different chats. Get the 1 to 12 Tiger Kobe made. If I have the extra cash, yeah. If somebody wants to send it to me, I will absolutely build that thing on stream. They're just very pricey. Trust me, when I was at the American Heritage Museum yesterday, I'm like having to stop myself from buying one of the Kobe sets they have in the museum gift shop, because I absolutely love these little kits. Best looking heli? I'm not really a huge fan of helis. I'd probably go with the very just dumb answer of the Huey, because I like Hueys, because they're goofy and they sound funny. Okay, no more favorite tank questions. I told you guys that earlier. Thank you very much, Paul. I'm glad you were able to stop by. Kobe Mouse and E100 building stream as soon as you send it to me. My P.O. box is in the description. I will go and pick it up. Include a little note saying who you are, and I'll give you a shout out. I would like to do more of these in the future. Are we back on the starting soon screen? Okay, oh no, my little live thing in the corner just was not updated. Gave me a heart attack for a second there. I don't really have the War Thunder music on most of the time when I'm playing, so I can't say that I have a favorite necessarily. Which tank ignited your interest in tanks? That's actually a pretty good question. I would say probably the mouse. But it wasn't really a... Oops, sorry. It wasn't really a tank specifically. It was more like a friend who was into tanks and like told me about, and one of the ones was the mouse. So probably the mouse would be the one that got me interested in tanks. No, I've never been to Hawaii. Or how is it that they say Hawaii? Hawaii? I don't know the exact pronunciation for that. Alright, well, I am glad you were able to join in, Meme Dynamics. Yes, it was Kevin. He was very into World of Tanks back in the day, and he told me all about World of Tanks. And then I played World of Tanks at one point, and I liked it, and it sort of spiraled from there. World of Tanks wasn't really what inspired my love of tanks, but it did definitely help foster it. Yeah, same position I'm in, random stuff, is, yeah, if I had the money to buy the sets, I would. But yeah, I mean, clearly you guys enjoyed this stream, so I definitely will have to do more in the future with, like, the building stuff. This is a nice way to do a stream where I have something that I'm doing while I can interact with you guys, because doing gaming streams is fun, but, I mean, currently I don't have a good monitor to do it, so it's just not feasible for me to do a gaming stream at the moment, but it also is, it's very difficult to answer your questions, because I'm trying to provide you good gameplay, and while I'm doing that, it's very hard to be, like, thinking of things. This is a much more calm stream, and it gives me the chance to kind of interact with you guys more, so these are definitely the sorts of ones that I would like to do more of in the future. Yes, the T-34 was a good tank. It was definitely not the best tank, but it was a very good tank for the situation it was in. And it was actually quite reliable if you look at a lot of the stuff. The British, when they got one to review from the Soviets, they were quite fond of the thing. I mean, they weren't like... I won't say that they were fond of the thing, but they regarded it fairly well. I almost got inside one of the Abrams when I was at the thing for Benning, but I just didn't end up doing it. There were too many people around it, and I was just like, it would be cool to get inside of it, but I'm sure I'll have a chance in the future. What is the worst tank in service as of now? I don't know that there really is a worst tank in service right now, because the thing is, when you're comparing different nations, and it is a mistake that I made in the past, is you can't really compare them one-to-one, because that's not how you compare vehicles. A tank isn't rated based off of how good it is against another tank, because 90% of the time, 99% of the time, a tank isn't facing another tank. A tank is facing off against anti-tank weapons, infantry, fortifications. So I wouldn't say that there's really necessarily a worst tank, because a tank that's good for one nation might be bad for another nation, but it might be perfectly adequate for that. Like, a Russian tank isn't really going to fit into the US doctrine, but a US tank isn't going to fit into the Russian doctrine. So it's a very nuanced conversation to have. Everybody's going to have their own favorite tanks and stuff like that, but you say that, but the T-55 is a heck of a lot better than not having a tank in service. So, like, a country in Africa or maybe the Middle East or just anywhere in the world that doesn't have a large presence of tanks, a T-55 is going to be a very adequate tank. And even in a place like Ukraine, the T-55 is not necessarily a bad tank. It's not the cream of the crop, but it's going to perform reasonably well if you're using it for supporting fire or that sort of stuff, or in an area where there aren't tanks. Any tank is better than no tank. Yes, the Tonk is the best. Of course, obviously. Alright, well, if you guys have any final questions, I'll do like 1 or 2 more, and then I must go and consume sustenance. I'm wasting away at the moment. But I will say thank you to everybody for coming and hanging out. I am very, very happy that we had over 100 people coming and joining this. It was very, very nice. A nice way to get back into the flow of doing content. No, I have no idea when Sons of Attila is going to be released. I work with Gaijin for like ads and stuff like that, but I am not connected in any way to any of that stuff. And even if I was, I wouldn't be able to tell you like when the stuff comes out because it would be all NDA. My guess would be probably like either early next month or by the end of this month. I've only watched a couple episodes of Greatest Tank Battles, so I can't say too much on that. Gun video when? I do have plans for a sort of gun ballistic test video, but I have no idea when it'll be done. It's going to be one that's going to be relatively pricey to do. Yes, I saw the War Thunder anime. Can I build the tank that's in my logo? I do have a model for the FCM36 that I could build at some point, and there are some Lego kits that exist, but I just haven't gotten one yet. So at the moment, no, I cannot build it. Yeah, I would love to buy more Kobe models. They're just expensive. But I mean, obviously these are completely different scale because an FT is not going to be dwarfing a Somua. But I do have this one, and I've bought another one for my sister at one point. Room tour? No, it's too much of a mess. It's just very cluttered with all paperwork and stuff. You guys are not allowed to see that. Alright, well, thank you guys very much for hanging out. If you have any other questions, you're always welcome to ask either in a comment or ask on my Discord. I might not get to you, but I try to. So, thank you all very much for joining me. Thanks again to, what was it, Robot, who left the $100 donation. I very much appreciate that, and that will definitely help me with either repairing or replacing my monitor. So I appreciate it a lot. If you guys want to support... Oh, shoot, I did bring it down. Yeah, I wanted to leave you guys with a little bit of a teaser before you left, because I do have some new merch that will be coming out very soon. And some of you guys that met me or at either the American Heritage Museum or Fort Benning when I was down there will know that we have this. This is a new Doom Turtle T28 sticker. This is going to be coming out alongside a shirt sometime in the next couple months. I'm in some talks with people for doing merch production. So, yeah, if you guys want one of these, it'll be coming out very soon. Or if you're able to come to the Comic-Con in Providence, I think. I'll have more information when it's closer, but I'm going to be going there with a friend who has a booth, and I will be handing these out to anybody that comes up and says hi. I might even have some exclusive artwork that you can get, and you can meet me while I'm there. But yeah, that's about all I can leave you with. If you want to support the channel, you can become a member, or you can get some merch over on my website. But that's pretty much all I have for today. So I'll see you guys hopefully by like the end of this week or early the following week with some new videos. And I will try to remember to post some frog content for you guys on either YouTube or Twitter. So you can follow me. All the links to all of my other social medias down in the description. So join the Discord if you haven't. Follow me on Twitter if you haven't. I'll see you guys later.